What's up, you sweaty nerds and greasy degenerates? Patch 1.6 is fast approaching in Honkai Star Rail, and the first 5-star premium character for the patch is Ruan Mei. Not only is she the first 5-star premium for the patch, but she's also the first 5-star premium harmony character in the entire game. Obviously, that's pretty hype. So let's dive into whether it's worth pulling for her or potentially skipping, because a lot of people think that Ruan Mei is actually just bait, because we're going to be getting 2.0 right after 1.6, and there's going to be another 5-star premium harmony character on that patch as well. So let's go ahead and dive into this and investigate the truth. Is she worth pulling for, or is she just bait? Alright, so I'm not going to super duper deep dive Ruan Mei's kit right now, because I've already done that in a separate video dedicated to it. So if you're interested in that, check the pinned comment and description below. But I will go over her general kit, her general game plan, what she wants to do, what she's going to be providing her team, and how you want to sort of navigate that. So Ruan Mei is a buffer. Her kit focuses on weakness break mostly, but provides more than just that. She buffs the weakness break of your team. She provides an extension to the weakness break length once the enemy's toughness is broken, and adds damage to the break once the enemy's turn starts. She provides speed as well, which wasn't mentioned to my knowledge in the special programming, but was mentioned on the Hoyoverse website if you look deep enough. And she provides all-type resistance penetration. So she wants to help you weakness break the enemy, slow them down, and speed you up, and increase your damage overall, while keeping you safe. After all, if the enemy is weakness broken, they can't hurt you. So, Ruan Mei is going to be absolutely crucial for players who want to run hyper carry teams that want to run 0 sustains or super fast clears. Yes, Ruan Mei will allow some players to potentially run 0 sustains. No Locha, no Fushuan, no Huo, none of that. Yes, players have already been messing around with this a lot. However, Ruan Mei is going to make this much easier, more viable, and a lot safer to be able to do, and some people might run 0 sustain teams on occasion for the first time ever in the game. Is that an easy team to run? No, but that's the point of it. It's a high-risk, high-reward playstyle. Either way, it doesn't matter. You don't have to run 0 sustain. You can just run the teams you normally were running, just with Ruan Mei on them. I've said this before. Ruan Mei will change the meta of this game forever. I've said this since the moment she was revealed. She is the first premium 5-star harmony in the game, and she is proving how hype that actually is. She will be able to give you priority on the battlefield while taking away priority from the enemies. The enemies will be saying, "When is it my turn?" And it never is. She's gonna pop off, Queen. Now I want to go over something important that does not actually have to do with what Ruan Mei is providing your teams. I'm talking about pull strategy. Pull strategy for patch 1.6 and pull strategy for 2.0 and 2.1 as a whole. Because Ruan Mei is releasing in part 1 of patch 1.6, this gives players a substantial amount of time to be able to save up Jade and prepare for 2.0 and 2.1 and beyond respectively. Now, a lot of players are probably going to be skipping Ruan Mei because they feel like they should prepare for the new world because, oh my gosh, Penacony and all the hype and this and that and whatever. And we're also going to be getting a 5-star premium harmony in patch 2.0 in the form of Sparkle. But I think people aren't realizing that if you pull Ruan Mei day 1 of patch 1.6, you'll have 6 weeks before 2.0 even starts. And if you're still planning to pull for Sparkle and not necessarily Black Swan, for example, you'll have 3 more weeks on top of that. So you'll have 9 weeks between the beginning of patch 1.6 and Sparkle's release. So if you think about it, there's a lot of Jade sitting around that you'll be able to get in that amount of time, because most patches have an average of 100 pulls per patch. Obviously, some might have more, some might have less, but you'll roughly have 100 pulls coming to you in patch 1.6 if you're able to do your dailies, do all the events, and clear most of Memory of Chaos. And you'll also have the first part of 2.0 as well, depending on whether you pull Black Swan or not, of course. So this means you might get roughly 150 pulls between Ruan Mei's release and that next patch coming up, when you actually might want to pull for someone like Sparkle. So I just want players to be aware that there's a lot of strategy that goes into not just playing the game and building your teams, but also pulling characters. So I just want people to remember about that and potentially do some side math of their own to decide whether it's worth pulling for Ruan Mei or not. Because I think a lot of people are also potentially skipping Ruan Mei because they feel like, oh, 1.6 is pretty much a filler patch, right? It's a filler patch, we're getting cool characters, we're getting a cool event, but in the end of the day, it's, filler. And they sort of just look over Ruan Mei without realizing she is going to be a meta-defining character and will change the game forever. Remember when Kafka came out and she literally unlocked DOT teams? Remember when Silverwolf came out and she unlocked an entire team composition in the form of Mono Quantum, and also all of these other types of teams that you could build completely around her and the fact that she can apply weakness types to enemies? Well, Ruan Mei is going to also be doing the same thing. She's going to unlock the weakness break meta. And weakness break was already important to the meta. She's going to elevate it to a completely new level, taking weakness break to the max. I genuinely think people are sleeping on Ruan Mei in some cases. I think most theory crafters are fully aware that she's going to be incredibly good, but there are a lot of players that think that she's bait for whatever reason. And I don't see why they think that. There has literally never been a bad 5-star premium character in the game so far. Just take a look at tier lists. There's literally not a single bad premium character in the game so far. And she's the first 5-star premium Harmony. All of the Harmony characters are good in this game. Every single one. Even Yukong is still a good character. Maybe not quite as good as some of the others, but if you think that Ruan Mei is going to be a bad character, I don't know what to say. She's going to be incredibly good. It's just a matter of maybe what you want on your account or not. But I'm here to tell you, she's going to be really, really good. Sure, you don't have to have her. There's no such thing as a must-pull character in this game. But, dude, she's gonna be really good. So, should you pull Ruan Mei? Well, as I was just saying a moment ago, there's no such thing as a must-pull in this game. However, I think a lot of players will experience some form of FOMO if they do not pull for Ruan Mei. I don't usually say that about every single character. I always tell people there's no such thing as a must-pull, but I don't always tell people you'll probably experience FOMO if you don't pull for the character. And that really says something about the character, in my personal opinion. If you are going to potentially experience FOMO because of the meta, because of the combat, value that she ends up providing to a team, not because she's hot, because boy, oh boy, is she hot. But listen, it's not about that really. I'm talking about the actual combat of the game, the actual strategy, the actual, you know what I mean? The game itself. She probably wants to be on your account. Now, I'm not saying you have to pull. I'm not saying to spend money in this game. Please do not take it the wrong way. But I am saying she's going to be a good character that a lot of people are probably not going to be able to pull for whatever reason, and they might end up experiencing, and probably are likely to end up experiencing, some form of a feeling of missing out if they don't have her on their account. I think she's incredibly valuable. I might even pull her on both my accounts. I have 2 accounts, and I usually try to spread the love and get characters on one account, and on the other get other characters that I didn't get in order to sort of min-max the characters that I'm pulling. I might try to break my own rules and pull her on both accounts. That's how good I think that she is. So, you let me know if you feel that this character has a lot of value. Let me know if you're pulling for the character or not. Let me know if you think I'm full of shit or whatever. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. So, if you found this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, please consider leaving a like or subscribe. Because if you do, Ruan Mei will probably let you touch her butt. Peace.